Well, hello there, Chicago Bears fans. It is your host here. It is Rai, and I'm going to discuss this matchup take place yesterday afternoon between the Green Bay Packers versus my team, the Chicago Bears, at Soldier Field. Now, this is the biggest rival in NFL history. Okay, in the Bears division, probably. They've been going at it for a long time. Okay. Forget the Dallas and Washington rivalry. Forget the San Francisco and Seattle rivalry. This is the most heating rivalry in NFL, bar none, okay? You guys can look it up for yourself. But the Bears finally are NFC champions for the first time since 2010. That is a long time ago, okay? I think at that time they had Lovie Smith. Yeah, they did. And then before that, they had other coaches, but they never won the freaking division. Always have crappy records, and they never made the postseason. And the last time they went to the Super Bowl against the Indianapolis Colts, Peyton Manning and company, they lost. But we had a very good, technically, the Bears had a great defense, but a very average quarterback named Rex. I forgot his name is. I think it was Rex. I forget what his name is, but whatever. He was a little short, little dude. And then Lovie Smith says he's our quarterback. Frankly, he was not very good. I mean, he had a good arm, but he's not like Mitchell, like the scramble. So, whatever. I think he really cost us the chance to win a Super Bowl, and he did. But let me fast forward. The Packers had beaten the Bears at home 9 straight times. That is unreal, okay? The Bears won this game 24-17. I wish Bears scored more points on the board, but it looked like they got a little lazy. I'm very happy. They fired a coach late in the season. I think why fire a coach is not going to make your team any improvement. Your team is not going to make the playoffs regardless. You know? Now, if the Bears lost, they won. And now, if the Minnesota loses yesterday, Green Bay had a very slim chance to make the postseason. But once again, no postseason. So, boo-hoo-hoo for your Packers. Your time is over. Bears' time is now. Yes, I stole that from a wrestling term. But let's see how long this is going on. They always say defense wins championships. Let's see. Now, let me discuss about Mitchell. He was 20 out of 28, 235 yards, 2 TDs. That is not bad at all. A lot of you out there don't have any faith on him. I remember a couple years ago, Joe Flacco was not that consistent down the stretch, and look what happened. He won the freaking Super Bowl with that great defense. So, if you have great defense, you're good. Jim McMahon, he was not a very good quarterback, but he could really fling it. I think Mitchell could do it if Nagy let him to do it, but he's got to make sure his guys are open. I love how the Bears do some trick plays. John Fox never did that last season. Now, you guys know that the Bears were 0-7 in the Bears division. What a big turnaround from last place to first place. Very happy. Now, off the record, I think the most disappointed team in the Bears division is the Minnesota Vikings. They spend so much money on Kirk Cousins. They know in the darn division they might miss the playoffs. Who knows? They got 2 more weeks until the regular season's over. This week and then next week. Okay. Now Rodgers, he did his part. He needs a lot of help in the off season if they want to compete for the division and go deep in the playoffs. He was 25 out of 42, way too many passing, 274 yards, 1 interception. I love that interception, how it sealed the victory. Eddie Johnson, he twists his ankle. Hopefully he's not out for the rest of the year. And let's see here. The Bears actually ran the ball early. because he was decent outside. He's not below zero. He was 19 carries for 6 yards, 1 TD. Robinson, he did his part, 3 receptions for 54 yards. Adams guy for the Packers, 8 receptions for $119. This guy would be great for the Bears, but Bears don't need another receiver. This team, hopefully, I know LA Rams lost last night, and maybe New Orleans Saints will lose to Carolina Panthers, because Carolina Panthers is on the end of the rope. They got to win these 2 games, and they got to get some help. So maybe we'll see an upset. We'll find out, but I don't think probably New Orleans Saints will get home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Now the Bears locked in the playoffs. We don't know what seed they're in right now. They're still up in the air, but they won the division, so they'll host a playoff game. Whoever will face, probably a wild card team. And what's the name? Stephen A. Smith. He thinks in his mind that Mitchell will cost the Bears a Super Bowl. He didn't say a victory, a Super Bowl. So maybe like the NFC title game. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully Nagy will keep pounding it, run some trick plays, maybe once in a blue moon, do some like flea flickers, or just go deep once in a while. Don't do it every play, because the playoffs and the regular season are 2 different things. Now, if the Bears lose in the playoffs, they're done. It's not like the NBA playoffs. Best out of 7 is 1 and done. So, and all that other stuff. So, Bears need to step up in the playoffs. Now, if you guys know or don't know, one of the Bears players proposed to his girlfriend in the field when they celebrate that awesome victory. What will happen if the Bears lose? Would he still celebrate his future wife? And she said yes. That was a great moment. One of my dad's friend and his wife were at this game yesterday. That place went nuts. The Bears and Packers are hitting a rivalry. Now, I guaranteed Packers are going to find a way, like in a draft or a free agency, say, you know what, our team was not very good this season. We got to step up our game and compete for the NFC NFC championship, and hopefully we could dethrone the Bears, and once again we could be NFC champions. You know, the city of Chicago, the people who live in Indiana are very, very pleased of the Bears. Okay, like I said last year, it's a long process, and I'm not a freaking bandwagon like everyone else is. This NFL season was very, very weird. Okay, once again the Patriots lost, but of course they're gonna win the division. You know, so let's see what's going to happen with the Bears, you know. I don't care what Stephen A. Smith says on ESPN's First Take, you know. He just cares about probably Tom Brady or Drew Brees, because those guys have more experience than the Bears. Bears had not been in the playoffs since 2010. In 2010, there was a different coaching staff. It was under Lovie Smith. Who was the quarterback? Was it, Jay Cutler, and I think it was Devin Hester was there. And what is next for the former head coach of the Packers? Do you think he's going to coach next year? Absolutely, he will. Or maybe he will take a step down and make a defense coach. But I don't think he wants to take a step down, because there's less pay. Now, we have played the San Francisco 49ers in their stadium. I mentioned that a few minutes ago. Last time we faced them was last year. Robbie Gould scored a lot of field goals against us. Against the Bears. That's the Bears' former kicker. Why Bears got rid of him? Because he played poorly in the exhibition, in preseason practice. Who gives a flying crap about exhibition? You know, the season really matters. If you miss a few in preseason or practice, whoop-de-doo. You know, I think that hurts the Bears. Hopefully it does not come down to the wire in the playoffs. Hopefully Bears go deep in the playoffs. Maybe they'll make a Shaq appearance in the Super Bowl. It all depends if they could beat New Orleans Saints. If they could beat LA Rams, they could do the same thing with New Orleans. Yes, I know the LA game was in Chicago and was flipping cold, but if it's in LA, Bears could shut down their offense. Now, I don't know who has a better offense, Kansas City, New Orleans Saints, or the LA Rams. I think all of them have great offense, but does any of them have great defense as the Bears? No. You know, this team is very exciting to watch. Last year, the defense is clicking. The offense was very mediocre. I'm very happy for this team, and I'm looking forward to what's going to happen the next 2 weeks. They got to win the last 2 games. If New Orleans Saints or LA Rams lose them, maybe the Bears will get home field advantage throughout and on the road to the Super Bowl. We'll find out. You know, in the Super Bowl is in another dome in Atlanta, Georgia, so it'd be nice for the Bears if they get that far. You know, if they get to the title game, what a big improvement from last year. You know, I'm not gonna give up on this team. Hopefully soon I'll get an NFC championship, not NFC, division championship hat and a shirt. Hopefully, knock on wood. I think it's only exclusive on NFL.com. I try to look at Walmart, they don't have nothing. Maybe after the holidays. But that's all I'm going to say. Congratulations to you, Bears. You guys really deserve it. You earn it. You got 2 more games, but both on the road. One's a very crappy team, but they play very hard. And another team is on a playoff bubble, you know. I don't think they're locked up yet. Maybe they did against the Minnesota Vikings. We beat them earlier. I think the only team we swept is the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions is another disappointing team. Have a good one. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the notification. Let me know what you think about this game yesterday afternoon and what you think of the Bears defense. Do you think they'll go deep in the playoffs or not? I want to be honest with you. Let me be honest with me, okay? Do you think we could have a chance to beat the Niners and Minnesota? Or do you think it would be a split? Hopefully we win both of them. Hopefully Bears could get revenge on both teams. Let's see what happens later. Go Bears! Woo!